Hello, it's English news from Жаран TV. On October 1st of this year, in connection with the revision of the rules of the state military organization, the question-answer question Centaur competition was organized in order to strengthen the knowledge of the military rules among the military organizations of the Choibalsan area. Senior officers participated in the competition and tested their knowledge of military rules and other skills.
Military establishment, National Emergency Management Agency and Border Troops Organization are included in Rule of Military. According to new Rule of Military, General Intelligence Agency of Mongolia, General Executive Agency of Court Decision, and domestic military staff are dependent on that Rule of Military. Also, those military and state organizations have unified rules.
Today, a conference of small and medium enterprises of the eastern region was held in Donut province. More than 130 people participated in the meeting and discussed the problems facing the industry and solutions. Mongolia can fully satisfy its food consumption domestically and export it further, but its industries cannot develop. Therefore, we are starting a national movement for food security and supporting small and medium enterprises. In the next 4 years, it is planned to provide 1.7 million MNT discounted loans to small and medium enterprises, and the financing has also been decided. In 2023, 135 billion MNT will be spent on the bank loan interest rate differences.
Yes, you are right. Selling is the most important work. In full form of government, Ministry of Food, Agriculture, and Light Industries introducing bill to increase customs import taxes in order to protect and support entrepreneurs in this sector. Our customs duty is only 5%. A 5% customs duty cannot protect domestic industry. The project was submitted to the government to bring it up to 20 to 25%. According to the standards of the countries of the world. Goods available for sale is coming freely from Russia, China, and other countries. I expected that problem of customs duty will decided during the fall forum of the government. Some development fund has invested 50 to 150 million tugruks for each sum, but expenditure and repayment are very poor. Shinoyer, former member of the National Assembly, deposited 700 million tugruks in Hasbank. From this budget, will lend loan to some citizens and entrepreneurs, but we encountered some problems, such as expenditure was unclear, repayment wasn't enough.
Emphasized that results will be achieved by supporting small and medium enterprises with discounted loans on the one hand and providing conditions for selling their products. PetroChina Dachin Oil Company has submitted an order for 50 workplaces to the PRC for next year. The job registration was done by employment agencies and subcontracting companies, and more than 90 people registered. However, people are complaining about subcontracting companies not complying with the 14 roster for working rest periods.
Contractor companies don't work for 15 and 15 days shift. Only PetroChina company work for 15 and 15 days shift. Contractor companies take the interview from people who get applications for working in that company. After that, they approve main 50 workers, and other people who get application will be worker resource. I think that they should follow laws. Our company doesn't have 14 and 14 days shift because it is contractor company. Like other contractor companies, we have 40 and 20 days shift. People who are registering require working for PetroChina company because PetroChina company has 14 and 14 days shift. Our company conducts labor tourism in the drilling and exploration department. Most people are interested in this department, so PetroChina company should register workers and let go workers to contractor companies. According to law of labor, all mining companies have 14 and 14 days shifts. We demand to follow that rule, those companies. According to some citizens, contractor companies don't follow this rule, so our specialists control those companies' activities.
According to the Ministry of Labor and Welfare, mining companies can't be blamed for working on the above-mentioned principles because they haven't filed any complaints about the rest period. The deputy of the Russian Federation's Urbagal region and directors of universities have worked in the eastern region. 20 students from Donetsk province can study with 100% scholarship from the city's Urbagal region State University, Institute of Railway Transport, and the College of Agricultural Teachers. Today, they met with the leaders of the Eastern University, Polytechnic College, and vocational training centers and presented our schools.
Some representatives here by the ANR Mongolian border government are working with us. It's very pleasant to work with Deputy Minister of Education of Inner Mongolia and some principals of institutes. During the COVID-19, it was difficult time for students to study and it wasn't possible to organize students exchange. As part of the working group, principal of University of Chita and representatives, principal Institute of Transportation and Railway Institute, also some teachers of educational university.
In the past, about 60 Mongolian students have studied in the universities of Urbagal region with scholarships. The National Board of Education and the Department of Health jointly provided information and sexually transmitted infections to students of Eastern University, Eastern Polytechnic College, and the Vocational Training and Industry Center.
The training is organized as a station. There are 5 stations in this training. The first is about reproductive health. Second is contraceptive method. Third is human immunodeficiency virus and acute immune deficiency are in nowadays. Fourth is about sexually transmitted disease. In the last session, students talk about previous information which they gathered during the training.
There are 4,192 disabled citizens in Donetsk province. 60% of them receive pensions from the Social Insurance Fund and 40% from the Social Welfare Fund. He said that a development and the protection program for disabled people is being implemented and the attention is being paid to their participation in social life. However, employment is not enough, and currently policies aimed at the employment are being implemented by providing discounts on workplace, rents to people with disabilities, and encouraging enterprises that employ people with disabilities.
We are implementing 3 projects for people with developmental disabilities. First is, if disabled citizen who is producer and employer, we provide financial support up to 10 million Tugruk. Specifically, we provided 160 million Tugruk financial supports to 29 citizens in 2020. Also, we provide a discount on the rent of workplaces for disabled citizens who rent store for working. It should be equal to 1,200,000 Tugruk. Then we encourage organizations which employ disabled people up to 5 million Tugruk.
With support of the Asian Development Bank, a home for people with disabilities is being built in Donut province. Although it was supposed to put the operation this year, due to the border closure, the construction work has been delayed. But it's planned to be put into operation in the first quarter of the next year. The provincial championship of the chess tournament organized annually on the day of the Constitution is being held these days. Only 18-year-old chess fans who don't have a national life in chess will enter the tournament, and 2 male and 1 female players from each province will be allowed to go to the national champion examination tournament.
The chess competition for Constitution Day is organized every year. In this year, 16 male and 6 female athletes are participating. Athletes who win this competition, they will take part in national championship. There are 3 vice masters in Donut province.
At the National Chess Championship held on the occasion of the Constitution Day, 3 chess enthusiasts from Eastern Province won the title of Deputy Master of Chess. A compilation of Mongolian language, mathematics, human nature, human society, and visual arts lessons created by Eastern primary education teachers and Mongolian language unit curriculum for 2nd to 5th grade teachers guidebook have been published. It has been clarified that is, guidebook will help teachers to get ideas and conduct lessons with a new methodology that supports the knowledge, abilities, and attitudes of elementary schools students.
They made requests that published their 8 kinds of handbooks, which included their best teaching experiences. Parliament member Cyril approved the request, and 8 kinds of handbooks were published, 1,500 pieces. Today, other teachers, specialist Bontaya, are delivering handbooks to the Aruna, whose Department of Education and Science in Donut province. I think those handbooks are very necessary and effective for all primary teachers. A considerable amount of time and intellectual effort has gone into producing these handbooks. We announced contest of planning unit and regular lesson for 2nd grade. Then the best planning was included in those handbooks. Those handbooks are reference for young and other teachers. These guides can be used by all teachers and can be improved. Also, 5 lessons have a resource of tasks, which are included online tasks. The 2nd to the 5th grade teachers can be used those handbooks. Also, those handbooks include all lesson plans, methodologies, and bird managements. There isn't any compilation tasks resource in the nationwide, so we made 5 lessons resource of tasks. The lessons are Mongolian, math, human and social, art and technology. I worked as a designer for 12 books in the school year, and I worked as a designer for 8 reference books for primary teachers. These books provide young teachers with the ideas for planning their lessons and learning from others' experiences. I believe that those handbooks are intellectual investment for our children.
Also, it is emphasized that by using the library of standard tasks prepared by teachers in teaching, it is possible to determine the level of reading, writing, speaking, listening ability of students, and to improve the professional knowledge and skills of primary education teachers. As part of the National Anti-Corruption Program, a parliamentary debate was held among high school students on the topic of justice and justice in order to improve anti-corruption education among children and youth.
Today's competition is attended by students from 11 schools of center of the city, Khalkhol and Bayangho. The purpose of this competition is to support children and young people, to provide opportunities for mutual information exchange and cooperation, as well as students are discussing about problems about corruption in our society and how to solve them.
Thank you for your attention. See you next year. Bye-bye.